Okay, it's Thursday night and we're back at our Zooms, Thursday night Zooms, and I've got a couple of my sassy scrappers with me tonight. And I am going to go ahead and flip it right now on down to my table so we can get started on our project. There you go. Should be able to see it. And warmest day we've had all year practically. And what am I doing? Christmas. So, um, what I usually do, the process that I go through is I usually find a sketch that I think would be kind of fun or a little different or whatever, easy, quick to do. Then I come over to my pictures and I look at what pictures might work with that sketch. And then I pick my paper. So my paper is kind of the last thing I do.
Hmm.
Um, so, but all you need really for tonight's, I have an extra sheet of cardstock here that I'm going to, I think, punch a border with, but all you really need is two pieces of cardstock for the base and one piece of designer paper that you like both sides of. That's all you need. It's going to be a quick, easy one, except I'm going to change it. I'm starting to get more like Tammy and Janet, and Beth and Candace. I change what the sketches say. Um, this calls for a narrow strip at the top of both pages, a medium strip in the middle, and then another strip in the middle along with that of the opposite side. Well, I wanted to use this strip as the top. So if I cut a half an inch here and a half an inch right below it, it's going to look really strange because your two strips going across the top are going to be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the bottom, this strip is the same as this strip except upside down. So what I'm going to do, and of course, if you have
Mm.
paper that is directional, you also will need to watch that direction. So I'm going to turn it this way so that when I cut it, it can go across the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut at, let me see, I think right about here. I'm going to cut right above the second green strip here. And I might have to trim this a little bit to make it match that when I get done, but so I'm going to cut it there. I'm going to pull out my little sight guides at the top and the bottom, make sure I'm pretty close. I need to move it that way just a little bit. Should be pretty close, and I'm going to cut it. Okay, now I'm going to flip it onto the other end so that I can get a strip that's going to look pretty close to it. Now I'm going to have to cut off a little bit off the top of this one to make it the same unless I want to come clear down here. And I don't want to cut that much off because I'm going to already cut a little bit more than I should to make the other pieces right. So I am going to just cut at the bottom of the first red strip here. So these really aren't measurements in my case. Now, if you were going to, actually it's about 1 inch, but if you were really going to do it like the sketch shows, it would be a half inch. So these are going to be obviously bigger, about double. Okay. So this was just a freckle off down here. If I didn't have it straight or what. Just going to trim just a little bit of that white off. Still don't think I got enough. Okay, so then I'm going to come over to this one. I'm going to cut off this white and green strip on the top so that they'll be pretty close to the same then. I'm going to go right to the top of that red, to the top of that red. Use my sight guides again. Oop, too far. Okay, I think that's pretty close. We'll see. Okay. I There's just a little bit of white. I don't think the white was really gonna hurt because just gonna trim that off a little bit. Because I'm going to put a border from the Border Maker cartridge on top of that too. So probably not gonna see it at all. But then my two across the top are gonna be pretty close to the same then, instead of something completely different. Okay. So that's our first cut. Now I'm going to check and see how much I have left here because I'm supposed to cut 2 at 4 inches and 2 at 1.5 inches, which would be 4 and 4 is 8 and 3 is 11. And I don't think I have 11 left. No, I have 10. So I think what I'm going to do is cut maybe a 3.5 and a 3.5 would be 7 and a half, 1.5 and 1.5 would be 3. And so that would make it to our 10 inches. Okay, so I'm going to go 3.5. And if I really wanted to be tricky, I'd probably want to line these up going across too, except these aren't going to match. I mean, these are going to be the opposite sides, so that would be okay. But if I want the 1.5s to match, oh, 3, oh, I might be able to do it. Okay, I'm going to take 3 off this end then. This is just like way too tricky for me. I said 3, no, 3.5. 3.5. And then this should be 3 inches. So if I cut it at 1.5, is that going to make it somewhat the same? Huh. Oh, because it's got an extra green strip in there. Little dorky thing. Well, it would take forever for me to figure out how to do that. So I cut it way down. And I don't think I want to cut it way down. So we'll see. We'll match up kind of our bottom. Top will be a little bit different. That's okay, 'cause some of it's covered. All right. So there we go with the cutting. So I'm going to bring my base papers back in. And again, I'm going to use a little bit of my mint tape. There's nothing clear across the bottom, so I'll do that a little bit there. Get it lined up here so it doesn't move on me. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I get tired of putting these back where they're supposed to be all the time. That's why I like to tape them down a little bit. All right. Now we're going to take these 2 strips that we really tried to get the same or pretty close to the same, and they're going to go across the top up here. Like so. And then we're going to put these other strips kind of down here in the middle. We got a 3.5 and 1.5, which is 4.5, 5 inches. So we got it strip up here too, though, so that doesn't make sense. But we put it at 4 and the 8. We would have pretty much 3 inches there, and we'd have 3 inches down here. So that sounds good. So about on the 8-inch or an 8-inch mark. Look at that. Looks like it's cut weird, but it's right on it. So we'd be like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and adhere those down. If you have not heard, I don't know if all of you guys have heard or not, they are coming out with the jumbo tape runner. and repositionable. Yay. Not exactly sure when, but he said it was coming. This off and put it a little shorter than the paper. So I'm going to move it over to the center so that if I'm short a little bit, it'd be on the outside. I can trim if I want to. Okay. Now I said these are going to go on the 8-inch line. Also, you want to make sure and watch. Oh, I need to do the inside on this one too. Watch tomorrow for the sneak peeks because I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out on Monday. The way it sounds, and even some, I don't know, like there's going to be some kind of different stuff coming. So I don't know exactly what that is. I do know the next 3-pack of Simple Pages is coming out for sure, but I think there's another collection coming out, and I don't know what all. Always something. Okay, so there's that page. It was fun having Sherry with us this last Wednesday. All righty. Okay, so that's your basic layout. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take a piece of red paper and my border maker system, and I'm going to use the stockings. I don't know what it's officially called. I don't know if I even have it. I don't have it on there, but it's Christmas stockings. And I'm going to punch 2 of these. When I got home, whoa. When I got home today, I went over and checked the little chickens. They're doing well, but we had to clean out their little coop thing that we have for them since they're babies. They're kind of messy. But Roxanne thinks we need to hold each one of them every day so that they get to know us. So we had to hold them. Tomorrow we're going to work on their coop since it's supposed to be really nice. It's 10 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet or something. So we're going to try to put this thing together. I said I better take pictures because that's going to be a riot. 2 of us trying to put it together. I tried to get Kevin to help, but I think he's just going to sit and laugh and not paying attention to us. Get rid of that punch poop. And I'm going to make another one. Just like that. You have to be a little bit careful getting it and taking it out. Seems like it wants to catch a little bit on this one. Just kind of have to go with whatever way it'll let you go. One more. There we go. There we go. Got it. I might use this for some mats if I think I need it. I'm not sure. A lot of the pictures are going to go over this pattern paper that we already have down, so we may not need mats. Or if it's too busy for them, we may. So we'll just see. Okay, so these two strips, then I'm going to put up here at the top. It's right below those punch strips are right on it, right on the bottom of them. So again, I'm going to use my repo. And guess what? I haven't even gotten my mat out since I've been gone. Where are you, old mat, old mat? Here it is. No, that's not it. Here. Ugh. Here it is. I got to have my little mat for my repo here. I don't get it all over everywhere. And you could put this up on foam squares, but it's so small. There's not really a good place to do it. I'm going to go up too far, so I guess I'm going to I think the top of the stockings, the top one, I'll put right at that top of that red. That'll kind of give me something to go by. Okay. There we go. On the other one. So we have our happy album class at 4 this Saturday, and we have our project recipe class at 6 this Saturday. And then the following weekend, we have our 3-day National Scrapbook Day crop here. Okay, there's those two. Now I'm going to get my pictures. And these are all 6x4s or 4x6 over here. And then you have 4x4s over on this side. Now I did something the other day. I'm going to try it. These are supposed to, we want these pretty close to straight across on this one. And that one. And this will just kind of be there. That gives us room up here for either journaling or embellishment. Here, here. We'll have a lot of room that we can use. What I was going to say is I cut some pieces of cardboard the other day. And I thought I could take them. These are 1/4 inch. And when I'm putting pictures down, it would give me an easy way, instead of measuring each one of them all the time, I can just lay these down and line them up, over here and here, kind of. But I can kind of get them all lined up then. Instead of using a ruler for this way and a ruler for that way, I kind of put those in there, and then I've got my spacing pretty close to right. So I think I'm just going to put them down. I don't think I'm going to mat them. If I just hold that and then put it right up against there, whoops, don't turn it. I should be able to get these on here fairly straight. Usually what I do is I put them on, think I've got them straight, and then I look at them in a picture or something, think, oh my gosh, look how crooked those are. I thought maybe this might help. We'll see when I get done if they look straight or not. That one looks a little crooked right now. Looks like it might be cut crooked. Wasn't too bad, is it? So maybe that does work. You can try, I guess. Okay, now like I said, we're going to try to line up over here, pretty close to what we are there. So we're on the 7 over there. So we're going to be the bottom edge on the 5 and leave about the same amount from the edge. That should be pretty good. And then again, this one should line up pretty much with the bottom of that one, and the top of this one. Over here. Okay, so we are getting there. Now, for embellishment, didn't know exactly what to do. Kind of thinking of maybe something like this over here. Another thing I was thinking of is taking this mat, which is a mat card, and I don't have enough room to put the whole one there, but I thought maybe I could cut this in half or cut it like right in between these two. Which would make a little journaling card that I could put like over here maybe in that bottom corner. And then, not sure, that might be too big. I was thinking about cutting this out and putting it right up here. Maybe we can try it. Take my tape off. This tape, when you use it, you can, I don't know if you guys are seeing this whole thing, are you? Since I moved that over. You can reuse this mint tape. So I just, when I take it off, it comes off really good. I just take it over here and stick it on the edge of my table. And then when I use it next time, like I used 2 of these that I'd used before. And then cut 2 new ones. But so I was thinking, you may not have seen this here. I cut that little journaling box in half and I thought I'd maybe put it down here. I think it also needs, can't even see it, can you? So I think I need to either chalk the edges or, we're coming out with ink. If you didn't know, we are. I don't know if this is the right color or not, but I have a lot of these chalks that I got from Schaumburg when we used to go there. I'm just going to chalk this edge around here so it pops a little bit more. But we are coming out with the inks. They're going to give it a shot, give it a try for those that want to. So see how that makes it kind of pop? Makes it show up a little bit better. So I can put some journaling there. And by tilting it here and putting it over there, it's not taking anything away from the picture of Bo that I have in there. So I can put that down here. And then, like I said, I was thinking about putting this family is the greatest gift of all up here, but obviously it's too big that way. I was thinking that maybe I could use this oval template. Now, if I use the red blade, I think it's just big enough to go around that. Now, I'm not positive that, again, it's going to show up very well either because it's white on partial white. So we'll see how it looks and what we do with it if we need to. the trim down here. So, not sure I'm liking that. This really wasn't a real oval shape like our ovals are. A little bit different. Embellishing part's the hardest for me. I'm not very good at it. Um, I think that would look better on a mat or something. I think I'm going to get the green blade out and cut an oval with the green blade. A little rough edge right down there again. I think that looks better with a red under it. Makes it pop a little bit more. And I might put some foam squares under that maybe. And look at, I still have foam tape. I'll use that. Oop. I think I have one more roll of foam tape that I got. I'm gonna miss that. I used the foam tape quite a bit. I kind of got started using it and then they took it away. I don't know if they'll bring it back ever or not. It was much easier to do that and this than undo 10 of those little squares or whatever. So I'm just gonna put this on top of here. Try to get it centered as close as I can. That wasn't very good. We'll try again. Kind of hard when you're back here. Can't get right over square. A little bit better. Kind of funky the way that curved. Probably should have left that red on there. Probably wouldn't have shown up as much when I put the red mat behind it as it does now. Just try to even off those curves just a little bit. Make sure that you always do check your mats that you have, because a lot of times they can be pretty good embellishments. And I don't use mats as much as I should otherwise, so out of the mat packs. So we can do that. We can do this. We can do up over here. We still have room for journaling here. You could put another little title or some more journaling in here. I add this out. I thought maybe I could use it somewhere too, but I think so. I might find, if I could find a couple little stockings or something and maybe put around this title here, just add a little or a couple little gems or something. And then over here too, I think I'll pop that ho-ho up. I have some small foam squares. And we're going to be just about out of time here pretty soon. Here so you can see it all. Where'd the ho-ho go? Oh, there it is. That's I lost it. So if anybody doesn't have anything to do tomorrow and they want to come help put together a chicken coop, that's what I'll be doing, or at least trying. Since it was going to be warm, it'd be a good day to do it. We have time. They can't go outside and be in the chicken coop by themselves until they get bigger. So, all right, and then we're just going to put that ho 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 crossed up there. I guess I never put that down either, did I? Tucked in behind that a little bit. It's a little off centered, a little tilted. Okay. And then the journaling will go down here. So we don't have a real good triangle. We've got here, which is high, but this is kind of high too. It really needs to be down a little bit. You know, this would really be better in the middle, but I just got to go with flow sometimes. I still have here and here, so it's looking across. I could put something here, could maybe put a little something down here just to kind of draw your eye this way as well. So we get it clear across the page, but hopefully this kind of works. So anyway, that is the page for tonight. And I hope you like it. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm going to stop the recording right now and let me see what you've got when you do yours, okay? See you next time from the Sassy Scrapper.
Thank you.